Hi, students. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. I hope most of you have seen the video. Sorry, yeah, the footage from Madison Square rally, Trump rally, and I really do not know how some people that spoke on that rally, how they came and how they stood on that podium to spew all the rhetoric that they spew, right? And Rudy, I really do not understand him because some people are really very ridiculous. Now, this is just a reminder to our Palestinians and the Muslims out there that have been all around in Black business. I hope you all are getting your things ready. I hope you are packing up because they are absolutely coming for you straight up, right? And for the Muslims that said that Trump promised them peace, right? I hope you all are already packing up your things because you all already know the time it is, right? And for Dr. Phil that mounted the podium and said that America is built on hard work, which is actually true by Black people, right? And he made mention that it was not built by DEI. Man, these people are really very, they are gaslighters, sincerely speaking. Now, there is something that I love about Trump. Trump does not hide whoever he is. He tells you, this is me. It's either you vote or you do not vote, right? So whatever you saw that day, yesterday at Madison Square, was just what they promised that they would deliver, and absolutely they will use some people as scapegoats. Let's get into this.
2 years old. First off, Rudy got a weird case. Why is he around? Why is Rudy Giuliani still talking? Why? Is it not enough that this motherfucker has gone broke for the bullshit that has come out of his mouth? His daughter says that his life is a piece of shit, and yet he's still up here running his fucking mouth. Why? If there was a motherfucker that I would not be around anywhere near, it would be fucking Rudy fucking Giuliani. I would avoid anything named Trump like the plague. I wouldn't even play bridge just in case somebody said they got a Trump card. I'd be out of there. That man done already cost you every fucking thing that you have. Is it not enough for you, dumbass? And secondly, if you do not understand Islam, Muslim people, or Arabs, I'm going to need you to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This idea that Muslim people, because that's all it's talking about. It ain't got shit to do with Palestinians. It don't. It's their religious beliefs, even though there are Christian Palestinians. So apparently, according to Rudy, Christian Palestinians are taught to kill people at 2 years old. It all goes back to a misunderstanding about Islam. It does. And unfortunately, for far too many of you motherfuckers, y'all have been leaning on that bullshit. Y'all really do honestly believe that Islam and Muslims are barbaric people. They kill folks. So do Christians. Little white racist boys are taught to hate black folks at 2 years old. Are we going to talk about that there, Rudy? Are we, Rudy? I didn't fucking think so. I didn't fucking think so. But this misconception about Muslim people really gets on my fucking nerves. It's one of the reasons, one of the main reasons, my ass is a goddamn atheist. It really honestly is. It's ridiculous that we still have these problems going on. Still. And the problem goes back to this: a lack of a world view. There are 9 billion people on the face of the earth. There are over 1 billion Muslims on earth. They're not thinking about some of y'all. They genuinely ain't. They're trying to survive Western imperialism. They're trying to survive colonialism. They're trying to survive the extremism in their own fucking religions and religions outside of theirs. They're not thinking about coming over to America to kill your pasty white ass. They don't give a fuck about you. And it's funny how since 9/11, this narrative has been allowed to flourish. Never checked. No one ever says, hey, that's some bullshit and you shouldn't say it. Never. Not one time. But let us say that about Christians. And everybody would be in a goddamn uproar. They would. Let me tell y'all something. There are extremists in every religion. Every religion. All of them have the same telltale fucking marks. Older men wanting to marry children to reproduce. That's in every religion. Every one. The idea of the man leading everything. That's in every religion. Every one. Women being treated as second-class citizens. That's in every fucking religion. The idea of a woman leading a congregation into a relationship with their God being disgusting and something that will never happen. That happens in every single religion. And Christian Sharia law is no different than Islamic Sharia law. None. I get tired of this because it's a fight I don't even like being in because I believe in none of that shit. But if you gonna lie, or if you gonna say this bullshit, at least be prepared to have it fact checked. For Christians or Catholics to ever point a finger at any other fucking religious sect with the amount of bloodshed they have caused throughout this earth and still do to this very fucking day, you got a lot of goddamn nerve. You got a lot of motherfucking nerve. A lot of it. My suggestion, and this is just me spitballing, you should shut the fuck up until you clean up your own goddamn house. There is no such thing as a clean religion. None. Every one of them have blood on their hands. I'm just tired of one trying to point out the blood on one religion's hands without noticing the rivers of gallons of shit blood coming out of theirs. Rudy, sit your broke ass down. That's why them fucking two poll workers in Georgia are now going to be living in your fucking penthouse on the east side of New York with your dumb ass.
It's so much to unpackage in this election, especially because it's been so insidious in a way that we've seen particular communities use as fungible objects for political gain, especially when it comes to how we've talked about Palestinians. On one end, you have Harris talking about how there's been far too many Palestinians who've been slain. On the other end, they basically saying not enough. In both of these instances, you seeing that there's some type of rationalized number for the right number of Palestinians that should be wrapping away. And that's something that we all should be vigilant about. And just so we clear, what Rudy Rico Giuliani just said was all the things that Israel says to justify indiscriminately bombing children because, hey, they learned that too to do this to us. So much for letting kids be kids, huh?
They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris wants to bring them to you. They may have good people. I'm sorry, I don't take a risk with people that are taught to kill Americans at 2. I'm on the side of Israel. You're on the side of Israel. Donald Trump's on the side of Israel. And they're on the side of the terrorists.
So who gonna tell them that Harris is on the side of Israel too? Who gonna tell them that? And while we talk about that, we gotta have a serious conversation on the difference between both of these parties and how they think about it, talk about Palestinians. Democrats in the Harris Party gives a lot of empty signifiers and a good gestures towards recognizing Palestinian humanity, but materially they ain't doing much. Meanwhile, the Republicans is using all the vile rhetoric and language they can to really, spruce up the conflict or spruce up the G-side that's happening to, Palestinians. And it's just real crazy. What we see is that Palestinian, death is equated in both instances as being the end run, but we see that one party has a much more flowery, much more palatable way of getting to the Palestinian death, and the other one is just like, yeah, finished the job yesterday. Both parties be trying to chastise supporters of Palestine, but one party want to sick the military on them and say lock up the enemy within. You feel me? And that kind of bothers me. But the other side definitely been whooping on college students and things like that when it comes to standing up for Palestinian people as well. I'm talking about it's hella insidious. Think about it. There's a super PAC that's hitting Harris on contradictory ass on Israel in both Pennsylvania and Michigan, 2 swing states. Ironic? I think not.
Time that we push back against intimidation tactics. And that is exactly the reason that I launched Merit Street Media, which, by the way, we didn't choose the name for that by random. Merit Street Media. This country was built on hard work, added value, and talent, not on equal outcome, not on DEI. This country was built on hard work, and it needs to continue to be built on hard work.
On my mama, I ain't never liked Dr. Phil. I only know him literally because a black woman decided to give him a little DEI initiative opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He's always come off to me as a self-righteous, benevolent, judgmental, moderate person that likes to come off as being nice and use the politics of niceness, but he really like an asshole. I'm talking about really full of that stuff you flush down toward us. In this video right here, we smelt it. This country was built on hard work. Hard work of who, sir? Then he said, it's time we push back on intimidation tactics. Who's intimidating who, man? On my grandfather's grave, these folks keep on trying to rewrite history all they want to, but listen, your ancestors was lazy. They were so lazy, they would rather beat to a pulp somebody and do the work for them because they ain't want to do the work. Then you gonna say, I call it Merit Street because they were all built on hard work. Hey, listen, man, you are in the Republican Party right now, the party of literally distribution of wealth, the party of people being able to get a little $1 million loans to be able to get their business started. You feel me? So you talking about DEI, it's a whole bunch of didn't earn it literally in your party. As a matter of fact, you didn't earn it. We would not know you if it wasn't for Oprah Winfrey. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump is a didn't earn it. We would know who this man is if it wasn't for his rich daddy being able to give him capital. You know what I'm saying? He didn't earn that. He just happened to be born in the right family. This country was built on hard work, and it's going to continue to be built on hard work. Hard work of whom? And every black person in this country know we got to work 10 times harder to get anything white folks is getting. So the idea that we just getting handy shit because we black or because we this, it's so disingenuous and empirically false. It's baffling. Ask yourself, where the intimidation coming from? Like, who's intimidating who and where is it happening? Who's creating the climate that makes it more rational for people to be intimidated? Who? When you hear them folks making accusations, just know they all are projections. You see what I'm saying? And I got like a little pimp on my nose. Damn, it hurt.
Trump's Madison Square Garden rally yesterday was amazing. A+. Hulk Hogan came out, ripped off his shirt, did his thing. Dr. Phil came out and endorsed Trump. To everybody's surprise, nobody expected that. I mean, this guy is in Hollywood. He's a Hollywood doctor. He's been on TV for 20 years. He was counseling people. Who would have thought that someone like him had had enough of the craziness and would publicly endorse Donald Trump? Wow, that's a big deal. And what else? Elon Musk was there. It was amazing. It's just, wow. The momentum, the energy coming from the Trump campaign today is like nothing we've ever seen. I mean, think about it. Like, I was around when George Bush was campaigning and Mitt Romney and even Obama, and the energy was not at all close to the level of energy and momentum that we're seeing in the Trump movement today, the MAGA movement. Exciting times that we live in.
Am I the only person in America who didn't know that Dr. Phil was a terrible person?
About this, they're going to say, well, now, wait a minute, come on. Isn't Trump a bully? And let me tell you why the answer to that question is no. Because to be a bully, there has to be an imbalance of power. And when there's not, it's just called a debate. and he's just better at it than anybody else. This country was built on hard work, added value, and talent, not on equal outcome, not on DEI.
That's funny, Philip, because the street's saying a DEI is the only reason we know who you are.
We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promises peace, not war. We are supporting Donald Trump because he promised to end war in the Middle East and Ukraine.
If you're Muslim and you're voting for Trump because you think he's going to help the economy, you're going to pay less taxes, you just want more money in your pocket, you're scared of pronouns, maybe like, okay, I think you're dumb, but at least you're being honest. You know, it's kind of like you're like, well, on the down low, you're like, well, I'm voting for him because I just want more money, whatever, that's cool. But then when you do this, when you go on stage publicly and you're like, this guy's gonna end wars, like wars in general, he's gonna help, like you're not even specific about Palestine. Like, why? That's weird to do. Like, this guy has, like, he just admitted that he's having phone calls with Netanyahu, like sabotaging any ceasefire talks. You know, like, why are you lying and saying that he cares about Palestinians and Muslims? Like, he had the Muslim ban. Like, we know he hates us. Why are you lying? He said Israel's not doing enough to, like, are you kidding me? He wants more settlements. Like, okay, don't vote for Kamala Harris, whatever. Don't vote at all. Don't vote. Vote third party, but you're like, no, I'm voting for Trump, and I'm telling people that he cares about Muslims and Palestinians.
Trump's rally in Madison Square Garden should be the determining factor for a lot of people on who they will decide to vote for in this upcoming election. That man was able to conjure up the largest, most disrespectful display of foolishness I've seen in a long time. So ultimately, Trump had a comedian come out and make distasteful, disgusting statements about the Puerto Rican community. At the closing of that, or maybe even shortly after that message got some traction online and every place else, Kamala Harris scored a Bad Bunny endorsement. Now, I was not clear about what or who Bad Bunny was until I started to see that circulating on the internet. So I did some research. So Bad Bunny is to the Puerto Rican community what Taylor Swift is to American people. A pretty big deal. So, like, for Black America, that's like the Beyonce of their community. Additionally, I think I saw Jennifer Lopez and somebody else follow through with an endorsement as well. The one thing that I need y'all to be clear about is that I'm never here to tell you who to vote for. Now, I'm gonna be clear about who I'm voting for, but I'm never here to tell you who to vote for. I'm just here to shed light on the fact that, like, sometimes we need to think about who we're choosing to represent us. Because at the end of the day, do you want someone to represent you that has a very derogatory positioning in relation to certain races and certain individuals, whether that be male, female, whether that be transgender or not, or heterosexual, whatever it is, whatever your preference is, and a lot of different things. And some of this isn't even preferences. We didn't choose to be a man or woman. We didn't choose to be black, white, blue, purple, green, yellow. And so I think that when we're starting to talk about those types of things, there needs to be a certain level of respect. But there also needs to be respect across the board, whether it's a choice or not. What I'm finding in this particular election is that some of you have just chosen to support Donald Trump because for whatever reason you think that Donald Trump is the epitome of you having money in your pocket. But I want to continue to reiterate, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to beat it until y'all head, until y'all possibly get it. We are currently living under the Trump tax plan right now. So what Trump inherited was the Obama tax plan. So you have to understand that a lot of things that happen in presidential terms.
So this is all I got from the issues. I mean, I saw all this yesterday. This morning or yesterday night, like almost it's already morning here. Okay, now let me start with something. I hope Palestinians can actually see this video and know that the see, I didn't know how to explain this to them, but I don't know if there is need for this, but this is just like a tiny reminder that them voting third party is like trying to like pouring water, like water in an ocean. I mean, it really doesn't add any value, nothing, right? So this is to let you, this is to let you all know that you all really have to brace up, right? You all absolutely have to sit up, save some money because you absolutely will need it. Pack all your bags, start packing on time. If you have houses where you are living, especially the ones in US, you might probably want to sell them out, right? Get all your things ready because any moment, if stories changes, you absolutely will be headed back to your home country. This is something you have to know. And for the Muslims that said they promised them peace and not war, I really hope you all are in your right senses. I do not know how they picked people to come. I don't know, but man, those people that are representing you all at that rally are doing you all dirty. I don't know who they are, but peradventure what they are agitating for, or then coming out to tell you this and that, right? I hope you all know that you also have to start packing your things because you all will be going back home. For the women that wear hijab and all that, I hope you all are ready because before you know what is going on, they tell you to stop wearing your hijab. This is actually not supposed to be my problem, but yeah, this is to also let you all know because you all have been on this Beyonce's internet for how long? Criticizing Black people for making their choice. And you all, they've been trying to let you all understand that there is a reason for what they are doing. You all think it's all a joke, right? But right now, you all can see it. Like Dwight Thomas said, one thing he likes about Donald Trump is that he does not hide anything. I mean, he doesn't tell you that I am not going to send you all away, right? He made it clear, I'm going to send you all back to your home countries. And you all saw the jokes that was made on that rally. Trust me, those jokes were not jokes. They meant all of it. And the earlier you all get to understand this, the better for you all. Because some people have refused to understand that politics is not something you approach with your emotions. It's something you use your number 6. You really have to be politically smart to be able to dictate some certain things. But for you all have really been so emotional, very sentimental this period, and refuse to use your brains to think, right? And they've been also trying to make you all understand some certain things, and you all say, no, Black people are the oppressors. Like all of a sudden they pull out. And now you all can see how the whole thing is playing out. I really hope you all are ready because it's really going to be a very long journey for some certain people. And I hope you all will be very ready. But then just start getting ready. Start getting your bags, your luggage, start getting all of them ready. Because a lot of you have already voted. And for those that have not voted, I hope you are seeing all this. Maybe you might change your mind. I am not telling you to change your mind, but I am telling you that you better start getting ready. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.